After surviving a car accident that left me with a limp, I finally made it to my sister's baby shower, late, limping, and holding a gift bag I could barely carry. She looked at me and said, "Don't ruin the pictures with that limp. Just stay behind the camera." My mother pulled me aside and whispered, "You've always made things about you. Let her have this day." I ended up taking photos for 3 hours, watching everyone else laugh and pose. My gift was left unopened, sitting alone on a side table. A month later, she sent me a message, "You could have at least looked happy in the photos. I should have stayed home. I had every reason to. I was in pain, exhausted, barely able to get out of bed most days." The accident happened 6 weeks before my sister's baby shower. A semi-truck jackknifed on the interstate right in front of me. My little sedan didn't stand a chance. I don't remember much after the first impact, just metal crunching and my head slamming sideways. I woke up in the hospital 2 days later. 2 broken ribs. Fractured ankle. Torn knee. Severe bruising. They almost had to amputate. I had to relearn how to walk with a walker. I still had staples in my leg the day of her shower. But none of that seemed to matter. The baby shower had been planned for months. Tiffany, my younger sister, had made a Pinterest board for it. There were pastel streamers, gold balloons, little bottles of pink nail polish as party favors. All the things she said she always dreamed of. And somehow, even after everything, I felt like not showing up would be selfish. Our mom called me 3 days before and said, "You don't want to make this about you, right? Just show your face and go home after." So I dragged myself there. I wore a long skirt to cover the brace and limped up the sidewalk like an old woman. Every step burned. I'd taken half a painkiller that morning just to get dressed without crying. The gift bag was almost too heavy to carry, but I held it close, scared I'd drop it. When I walked through the front door, nobody noticed at first. Then Tiffany saw me. She didn't hug me. She didn't smile. Her mouth tightened like I'd tracked mud across her perfect white carpet. Then she said, "Don't ruin the pictures with that limp. Just stay behind the camera." Like I was a smudge on the day. An eyesore. I thought I'd misheard. I stood there for a second, waiting for someone to say it was a joke. But my mom just appeared beside me, leaned in close, and whispered, "You've always made things about you. Let her have this day. Let her have this day." Let her have this day while I stood there in pain, ignored, dismissed, treated like background noise. I stood for 3 hours, taking pictures of people who wouldn't even look me in the eye. I wasn't asked to be in any. Not one. Every time I sat down for a break, someone nudged me to stand up and grab one more shot. I took over 300 pictures. Some with her friends in matching outfits. Some with family she hadn't seen in years. Not one with me. My face isn't in any of the memories from that day. I just existed on the outside of them. My gift? It sat in the corner of the room. A handmade baby blanket. I'd stitched it through pain meds, sleepless nights, hospital noise. I'd put her baby's name on it in soft thread. Nobody noticed. Nobody opened it. It stayed there, on the side table, until I left. Nobody said goodbye. And then, a month later, she texted me. Just one sentence, "You could have at least looked happy in the photos." That's it. No thanks for the gift. No, hope you're healing. Just a scolding for not smiling enough while I took free photos for 3 hours, after nearly dying in a crash. Something snapped in me. That was the moment I knew this wasn't just about a baby shower. This was about my whole life in this family. About being the one who was always expected to shrink, to smile, to hold the camera. So I decided something. She wanted a picture-perfect life. I was going to show her what was behind the frame. I didn't reply to her message. I stared at it for a long time, thumb hovering over the screen, thinking of all the things I could say. I could have told her off. I could have reminded her that I was barely out of surgery. That I drove myself there while still limping. That I hadn't slept through the night in weeks because of the pain. But I didn't say any of that. I left her on read. And that's when the silence started. The kind of silence our family is good at, cold, quiet, but full of judgment. No one called. No one checked on me. It was like they were waiting for me to apologize. Like I had ruined her day, and now I had to crawl back and fix it. Instead, I started watching. My sister has always been about appearances. Perfect Instagram posts. Perfect captions. Even the baby shower was more for photos than people. She posted a full album online, 30 pictures with glowing filters. Not a single one with me. I looked through every image. I wasn't in the background. Not even a shadow. Like I was never there. And yet, I remembered every shot because I was the one who took them. That's when I got the idea. It started small, just curiosity at first. I looked a little deeper into her social media. She had made a mommy blog account. I didn't even know that was a thing she was trying to do. She had about 2,000 followers and posted daily updates on her blessed pregnancy journey. There were sponsorships, brand shoutouts, staged photos with organic smoothies and belly lotion. It was all fake. She was still drinking wine. Still smoking, only not in photos. She made her husband take weekly pictures of her belly, but she was constantly complaining in group chats about how gross she felt. I knew, because I started logging into my cousin Erin's Facebook. Erin had left her account signed in on my laptop months ago, and I never logged out. Erin was part of the group chat Tiffany ranted in. I saw everything. The real Tiffany was bitter, demanding, and cold. She trashed her husband, said she regretted getting pregnant, said the baby was sucking the life out of her. Meanwhile, her followers were calling her an inspiration. So I started collecting screenshots. Every post she made, I matched it with the things she said privately. When she posted about giving up wine, for the health of my baby, I had screenshots from just a few days earlier where she bragged about sneaking a glass or two in the evenings. When she claimed to be so thankful for her supportive husband, I had a rant she posted at 1 a.m. calling him a lazy piece of crap who smelled like failure. I made a folder. I labeled it Tiff, Real Life. At that point, I still wasn't sure what I was going to do. I just knew I wasn't letting this go. Then came the tipping point. My mom called me out of the blue and said, "Your sister's wondering if you're going to help with the baby shower thank you cards." I just stared at the wall for a minute before I asked, "Did she open my gift?" There was a pause. Then, she said it didn't have a tag, so she wasn't sure who it was from. That blanket had her baby's damn name stitched across it. That's when I knew, I wasn't just invisible. I was erased. I didn't say anything to my mom. I just ended the call and sat in my living room for a long time. No TV, no music. Just thinking. I looked at that folder on my laptop, Tiff, Real Life. And something in me clicked. If she wanted to erase me from her picture-perfect life, fine. I'd make sure her real face showed up in every frame from now on. I created a new Instagram account. No name, no profile picture. Just a burner. I followed a bunch of other mom influencers so it would blend in. I called the account Mom Truth Revealed. I uploaded one post at first. Just one of Tiffany's smiling pregnancy photos side by side with her chat message calling the baby a parasite and saying she can't wait to dump it on her husband and sleep for a week. The post didn't blow up right away. But a few comments trickled in. Is this real? Who is this? She's faking her whole pregnancy journey. I didn't reply. I just kept posting. Every day, one new image. One more lie exposed. I made sure not to post anything that gave away our identities, at first. No names. No locations. Just enough for people to start talking. The page started getting followers. Fast. Then the twist happened. One night, I got a DM on my personal account, from Aaron. "Hey, did you see this at Mom Truth Revealed page? Isn't that stuff from Tiffany's chat? WTF. I froze. I had been careful. But I forgot that Aaron was still logged in on my laptop when I took those screenshots. Her name was attached to some of the top bars. People weren't just seeing Tiffany's lies. They were seeing the chat participants. Including Aaron. And one of Tiffany's other friends, Megan, who had sent photos of her smoking with Tiffany at 24 weeks pregnant. They were all exposed. And they were freaking out. A few days later, the page hit 10,000 followers. That's when Tiffany called me. First time in weeks. She didn't say hello. "You think this is funny?" I played dumb. "What are you talking about?" "This. Mom Truth Revealed. You think I don't know it's you? Who else would do this? Who else hates me enough to destroy everything I've worked for?" "Maybe someone tired of being erased," I said. She lost it. "You're sick," she said. "You're disgusting. You always play the victim. Always." Then she hung up. I should have stopped there. But I didn't. I couldn't. Because for the first time in my life, I felt seen. So I posted again. This time, a real photo. Tiffany and our mom, at the shower. Standing right in front of my unopened gift. I cropped it so you could still see the tag I'd tucked inside the handle. The tag with my name, written clearly. The caption, "This one didn't fit the aesthetic." That post exploded. Comments, shares, screenshots. And within 48 hours, someone figured it out. Someone local. A follower connected the dots between a brand tagged on her Instagram and a baby boutique in Franklin, Tennessee. Tiffany's town. It was over. Within a week, her world fell apart. Tiffany's mommy brand deals pulled out. One by one, the sponsors she bragged about started making quiet edits to their pages. No more tags, no more reposts of her pastel photo shoots. She posted a video crying in her car, saying how hard it was being a mom in the public eye, and how haters were targeting her out of jealousy. It didn't work. People didn't buy it. The screenshots, the contradictions, the pictures I'd posted, too many of them were real, too specific to ignore. And when someone finally dug up the baby shower photo and matched it with the boutique she'd tagged, they figured out her name. Her real one. Then it got worse. A few of her husband's co-workers followed the page. One of them sent it to him. The message where Tiffany called him useless and said she only married him because he wouldn't leave no matter how bad she treated him, that one hit hard. He left her. Packed a bag, took the dog, and moved in with his brother. And then my mom called me. "What did you do?" she asked. "You've humiliated her. She's a wreck." I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. All I said was, "Did she ever open my gift?" Silence. Then she hung up. Weeks passed. I deleted the burner page once it hit 30,000 followers. I didn't need it anymore. The damage was done. Tiffany's brand was dead, her friends were distant, and her marriage was gone. The perfect image. Shattered. But it didn't fix me. That's the part people don't tell you. Revenge feels good. But it doesn't heal the limp in your leg. Or the years you spent being overlooked, brushed aside, made to feel like an afterthought. I still wake up hurting. I still walk funny. I still think about that baby blanket, unopened on the side table. Then one day, a small box came in the mail. No return address. Inside was my baby blanket. Folded neatly. No note. No apology. Just the blanket. That was her final word. Mine was framing it. I hung it on my living room wall. Centered. Visible. Right next to a blown-up photo from the baby shower. The one where she's smiling with all her friends, right in front of the gift she never opened. The frame? It says, "Thanks for letting me stay behind the camera." I see it every day. And I never limp past it without smiling.